For the love of all that is holy, what?
Whoa, 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 calm down there, dude. I was just wondering if you noticed how boring it is in here?
That doesn't give you an excuse to moan out loud like that.
I mean, Montana. Do you know how isolated we've been from the fresh air for so long?
Actually, that is objectively false, as the hosts lift the lid for this chamber at 2 p.m. and closes it again at 2:30. We've actually gotten 30 minutes of sunlight a day.
I dunno, curse 'em, that still seems like too little a time. They barely even give us delectable foods like a ham sandwich or some nachos. Perhaps it wouldn't hurt just to see a little bit of grass.
See, Garb is on the same page as me.
That's true, but I don't see anyone else agreeing with you, Sagra.
I actually would like to see the outside for more than just 30 minutes.
Okay, you got the brains on your side, but how will you convince them?
I must say, you're the only person so far that I can actually get along with. It's sort of two-faced though, since you don't talk much.
I guess that's what happens when you become so airheaded. I end up making a mistake that causes my entire game to crumple, but yet the next thing I know, I'm listening to music like 10 minutes after.
At least your elimination wasn't as bad as mine. I got out for simply defying the norm of elimination shows, and you also were the one who helped me establish my own team of myself.
I wouldn't exactly credit me as the genius who gave you the idea, but I just couldn't find it in me to prevent you from doing what you think is best.
And this is why I believe you're the only one here who understands me.
I'm here too. I also understand the problems you're going through, Zukaja. Ow.
I'll figure something out. Hey, you two, how would you like to escape this box and finally see the sun again?
And what exactly did your stone mind come up with to make sure we get out of here?
Hang on, Skija, let him at least tell us the idea first.
Thank you, Kala. Anyways, I've been thinking, since this box doesn't seem very long or wide, we can probably tip it over if we repeatedly bash into one side altogether. Does that sound good?
That plan is so dumb that I'm going to go along with it to see if it somehow does manage to work.
I've got nothing better to do, so I'll go with the flow too.
Thanks again, dudes.
But Zagra, how exactly will we topple this box over? We'd have to have something big to help distribute the weight to one side while the other is empty.
Big, you say?
And that's how I got a brain tumor from looking at a Twitter post.
That's a wonderful story, Blue Jared, but isn't Green Jared supposed to do the elimination?
He already provided a big enough help counting all the minerals you guys got last time. Figured I would take his place for this episode.
Considering what the last challenge was, that makes sense.
But let's not sugarcoat this anymore and get to my favorite part of the eliminations, the hate comments. Jade says, I'll go with Gajanseelam. I don't really know. He feels the most uninteresting out of the remaining cast, and I don't think there's going to be a big loss in the end. Oh, and by the way, Skeleton.
Wow, it's spooky how fast he changed between scenes.
I know, right?
What the fuck?
Dark Ritual says, I vote for Gajanseelam because oh my god, I love how that you and Gasri are becoming closer friends, but be aware that this will make the viewer ship you even more. In fact, I ship you both together as well, and yes, I'm trying to be romantic. If you don't admit you love each other, then I will ship the two of you with Tiny Vista and Man United.
Hey, knock this unfunny joke off already. I'll have you know we are completely platonic.
Alright, sure buddy.
Shadow Starther says, I guess Monksir is my vote this time around. Literally everyone here are favorites of mine, so I'll have to go for my least favorite. All four of you are still great though.
It's refreshing to see a comment that's not hateful and explains why I got the vote.
Haxel Pereira Guatemala says, Monksir because somebody spilled milk on his shirt.
Oh no, I just jinxed myself. No.
Shido Kun 14 says, well, I joined the season quite late, but I shall vote for Monksir after watching all episodes so far. No vendettas, no grudges, no ulterior motives really. I like how developed he is, which makes it harder for me to vote for someone, so, I am very sorry to do this to you, Monksir. I hope you can understand.
It's weird that I get nice and mean comments in a pattern back and forth, but your apology is accepted.
Monksir has reached the maximum hate comment limit. Moving on. Louise the Edit Kid says, Natter just because I felt like he has the least potential out of everyone here, I just feel like he barely got any personality.
Do you even watch the fucking episodes? I literally went through a lot within the span of them. At least have your comment make sense.
Autistic is Awesome says, Natter, because again, I like the others more, and again, I want to save the G Alliance members for reasons already known. Also, who is your favorite Algiers Metro Elimination character?
Well, everything in the show has been a total clusterfuck so far, so I can't really say, but in Martin's country Elimination, Seal's Point is definitely the one. She may sound young, but she knows when to use common sense.
Damian Derrick says, I'll be voting for Natter, as I feel as if he isn't going anywhere with him on the Strikers. I can tell that his personality will be what will lead him and his team to go down the drain to the point of no return, so, in my opinion, Natter must go, and fast, mark my words.
88. I'm pretty sure the team section won't last any longer, and how can you say I'll fall down when I got this far with my mindset?
Natter has reached the maximum hate comment limit. Moving on. Angelica Guatemala says, Sanit because I dare you to jump out this elimination.
What? No way. From here it looks like below me is a bottomless pit, and I really don't want to do anything reckless, so it's gonna be a very hard no from me.
Hare says, once again, another tough voting period, but I'll have to vote for Sanit. Don't get me wrong, I like their character, but compared to everyone else on their team, they stand out the least to me.
Wow, of all the things I expected not to be, the one who stands out the least is the most surprising one at best.
And that's all of the hate comments, and following up the last hate comment, Sanit is safe with 2 votes.
That is a blessing to hear.
Another one safe with 2 votes is Gajan Selam.
Sweet, sweet Odin, you never let me down.
Well, ain't this shit ironic?
Yes, it appears the enemies are in the bottom 2, but honestly, I wouldn't care if either of them were out. Natter is so obsessed with his region that he'd probably fuck it if it was a woman.
Fuck you.
And Monksir's jokes are so dated and annoying that every time he speaks, I feel a sense of pain inside of me.
Hey, your mom wouldn't like to hear that.
Good lord, I'm getting a fucking migraine. TV tell me that he's eliminated. Oh my god, he's actually eliminated.
Way to be so supportive, dickhead.
If I'm being honest, I really thought I was the goner.
That doesn't change the fact that my best friend has been eliminated. How will I function properly now?
And how will I be able to literally LMAO at your jokes now?
I can't really answer both. All I know is that my time is up.
You're damn right it is. I can't wait to kick you out of here for good.
You know, that sentence reminds me of something a certain someone said to me a while back.
Monksir, you better not fucking do it.
Yo, mom!
Get out of my show.
I'll get off here. What the hell happened here?
How do you guys feel on making it to the final 6?
It's rather satisfying to make it all the way here after the hardships we went through.
That's putting it in the nicest way possible.
At least our journey still continues. We've got a little bit left to go.
True that.
Okay, why are you guys looking at me like that?
Shouldn't you be telling us what the challenge is by now?
Yeah, we're a little off schedule.
You're absolutely right, Zebrig, but before we get to the big twist, I would like to go for the small twist first, which is that now that your teams are in 3, let's disband them.
Aw man, I was just getting used to leadership.
And now for the big twist, since you guys have been working so hard to get to this point, let's postpone the challenge and have the break you guys so desperately deserve.
Wait a second, you're not screwing with us.
Does this look like the face of someone who would?
I must say, Garb, it's impressive how much the box got destroyed because of you running full speed into the wall.
A body like this always comes with its upsides and downsides, Fontana.
Did anyone else think that Boggs was made of cardboard?
The fact it crumpled so easily under the pressure of one big person does kinda raise some suspicions.
Who gives a fuck about the material of the box? We're out now, and let's try and avoid Blue Jared as much as we can.
Speaking of which, do you have a clue to where we should go, Zagra?
We just gotta keep going until we find a sick hideout where we can stay, dudes. I have a feeling we'll come across it soon.
Now this made it all worth it.
You said it, Nada.
I wonder how the others in the CFB are doing right now.
I assure you they're all doing quite all right.
Just enjoy the rest you can get, contestants.
Oh shit, I didn't think they'd be around here.
I told you that we should have taken the other left at the dog park.
Just stay silent, and we can all walk away from this.
I think that's impossible considering the in-game contestants are looking at us.
Okay, seriously, what are you guys looking at?
Salutations?
Oh, for fuck's sake, what the hell is going on here?
What he's saying is, how did you guys get out the CFB?
Would you believe us if we said it wasn't spacious enough?
Well, that's great. Now we gotta construct a third version of it to be more stable and secure. At least we can be proud that it never fell apart.
Yeah, good thing for that, haha.
Hey Blue Jared, did you know that the CFB is now? Well, that answers my question.
So what exactly are you gonna do with us now?
I got it. Since we are in the final 6 and we just made the teams disband, I believe now would be an appropriate time for a rejoin.
You mean there's a chance we can get Garb back?
Cool, so when do we start?
What are you guys talking about? You're obviously not going to be the ones voting. That responsibility goes to the ones watching the episode, and that is you viewers. We are giving you guys the chance to vote someone back in the game, and there will be 2 rejoiners, but this will also be the only time you can vote 2 people. I suggest choosing wisely who your 2 picks are, since most of you guys in the ESW are not very consistent with your choices, but enough mocking you guys, here are your choices.
Shadra. Whoa dude, how did I get here? Wasn't I just in the park?
That doesn't matter, just state why you should rejoin.
Oh okay. Well, I may have been the first one out and I'm not the smartest, or the fittest, or the mostest, or whatever I was saying a few seconds ago, but I assure you guys I can bring something to the competition. Wow, I am tripping balls.
Allah.
I know I made a mistake and I can try and redeem myself, but I feel the others are better choices. I mean, you got Skija on one hand, and there's people like Kesm on the other. Look, just make your own choice on who you think deserves the second chance.
Shaukia.
If you were smart about picking who deserves to come back to this show, then I suggest picking the guy who's criminally underrated throughout the whole show, and since the merge has begun, it would be a perfect time for me to show how much I have to offer when I work alone and defy any of the Elimination show norms. I suggest voting me before you regret not doing so when you grow older in the near future, and trust me, that will happen.
Montana. Fontana.
Okay, it's time for this bullshit to end and become more than just a slapper. It's time I finally prove that not only do I deserve to come back on this show, but that I'm better than the state of Montana itself. I mean, what do people even know it for? All it has is mountains and cold weather.
Keken.
Maybe the whole reason I got out is because I was too much of an average Joe, as some folks would call it, so I've put together a collection of thoughts in my mind as to how I can make myself unique like the others. So I've decided to become more philosophical than before and provide even more fancy words to you guys, since I know you lot like that about me. If you're interested in hearing more, go ahead and vote me please.
Darb.
It is quite sad to be the first one out of my alliance, and I know it brings a large amount of stress on them for me to not be there. But really, I think anyone here deserves a chance to rejoin. I mean, I wouldn't mind rejoining or not. I'm just glad to be a part of this and get some fresh air for once. Now that that's out the way, I'm gonna get a hot dog.
Victoria.
I have a 1 in 8 chance of rejoining, which boils down to 12 out of 100 in percentile form. I also have it lowered to 10% later since I just got out last episode. But in terms of making the show more interesting and smarter, I have an overwhelming 99.9% chance of doing so. To sum it up, if you couldn't follow along, I should get another chance.
Munshar. Well, I just got out, so I don't know what to say. Oh wait, yes I do.
Vote for 2 people you wish to rejoin the show. Remember to use reasoning as to why you want them back in, or just type their name and leave it at that for a more easier way of voting.